30-yard line to throw. Right side, picked off by the Buffaloes. Running at the 35-30, cuts right, steps out of a tackle, 25, cuts to his right again, stumbles, 15, 10, all the way down to the 9-yard line, and that's where he's finally taken down. Handoff, Hankerson, right side, yes they can, and he may find the end zone, 10-5, end zone! Touchdown! Touchdown, Colorado! That little fella's got some giddy up to him. Well, it took a little time, but finally some excitement for the Buffaloes in the third quarter of the season finale. Buffs still fall in a lopsided affair. Season comes to an end 1-11 as Colorado loses the number 14 Utah. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Buffalo Stampede. Coach Gary Barnett, voice of the Buffs, Mark Johnson. It was a long season for everybody involved.
And, Mark, we stand here. It's over.
Yeah.
We've pulled the pencil out of our eye, and we look back and we go, okay, you know what? Tonight we played a whole bunch of young players, guys for the first time playing, and Maddox Kopp, Hankerson's touchdown. We had some plays by some young guys, and I think that's what we want to look at. Now that the pencil's out of the eye and we can look at it somewhat objectively without pain, and that we played a bunch of young guys and we made some plays with some young guys, and I think that's where our future is, and a combination of developing the guys that we can keep around here, getting new guys, getting transfers in, having a coaching change. I think there's a lot to look forward to. I really do. I know it's hard to say after what we just experienced, but I think there's a lot to look forward to because it cannot get worse.
No.
There's no way. I can guarantee you. I've been around this a long time, Mark. You can't get worse than this.
But the Buffaloes were outscored, by the way, by 349 points this season. Gary mentions Maddox Kopp, fourth starting quarterback for the Buffaloes this season. J.T. Shroud did not even dress in this one. Drew Carter had been dinged up. That's a tough position to put a guy that's never played in a college football game.
Sure it is. You know, and you're playing against a team that needs to win to have a chance to go into the championship game. They're coming in here to take it from you and hurt you. And, you know, he hung in there. And he grew. He got a lot, you know, in the fourth quarter, he was a lot better than he was in the first quarter. Wasn't enough to win, but it was still important for us to make that step.
Buffaloes do get rolled in this one, though. Wrap up 1-11 afterward. We heard from interim head coach Mike Sanford. Presented by Coors Light. Coors Light, mountain cold refreshment made to chill. Celebrate responsibly.
I don't believe in moral victories normally, but tonight I did. We can say what we want, but I was really proud of us coming into the halftime and the spot we were in. And at the end of the day, we won the second half. And that might sound like you're playing against their backups, their third-string players. For that team, that locker room of players to not only not quit, but actually go fight and put together a really good second half of football, it speaks to exactly what's going on in that group and in our organization right now. It's been fight, it's been character, it's been fighting through all the adversity that we continue to face. This group of players made football fun for me again. This profession's really hard. There's a lot of challenges with it. To have a group of players do what they did and continue to fight, I'll never forget this. And I'm so grateful to this group of players. It really has been the most enjoyable season of my life.
Well, there's the interim head coach Mike Sanford after the Buffaloes fall in the season finale to Utah, finish up 1-11. Commented too about the job that Mike Sanford did. Put in a nearly impossible position considering the schedule Colorado was playing and what he had to go through, but I thought he did a well of a job.
It wasn't nearly impossible. It was impossible.
Yeah.
And when you look at the last four teams that we played, the games that we had and on the road, tough games against really good teams. For the first time in how many years, we've got 4 or 5 teams in this conference that are ranked. So it was a tough situation. You have 2 coaches that get fired, and he's got to come in. I think he did a great. I loved what he did and how he did it. He wasn't successful, except that he made it fun for the kids, and he kept them around. You know, they went into Rick George and said, ask if he could stay as the head coach. And, you know, unfortunately, the product that was out there probably prevents that from happening. But the kids, I think he saved some kids. You know, he gave some kids a chance, and he gave them a lot of hope. And I think he made it fun for him.
Yeah.
And that's really all he could do and the best he could do.
It'd make it very tough to make Mike the head coach. You'd love to see him, whoever it is that comes in here, maybe keep Mike on the staff. Now we sit and wait. And, I said it, wrapped up the radio broadcast, hope springs eternal. Wait to see who the new guy's going to be and all that brings.
9 days from now, 8 days from now, we're probably going to know.
Yeah.
And then whoever that is going to have a job to do, and one, try to retain as many players as he wants, and then two, go out and get new ones, and then start changing the culture.
Well, the Buffaloes wrap up a very tough season, 1-11 on the campaign as they fall in the rumble of the Rockies to the Utes of Utah. Thanks to Gary Barnett for joining us all season long. Coming up next, we're going to talk with our sideline reporter, Andy Lindahl.